Thank you for tuning into another video from JRM Recaps. Spoilers ahead. The film begins with Vic Van Allen riding his bicycle home after a ride through the forest. As he gets to the front door, he takes his pants off. He then, at that point, looks up to find his significant other, Melinda, sitting on top of the staircase staring at him. They live together in Louisiana and have a daughter named Trixie. Due to the issues in their marriage, they sleep in separate rooms in their home. To help Vic feel better, he takes solace in raising his large collection of snails. They show up at a party where they meet up with their friends, including Vic's pals Grant and Jonas. Melinda's friend, Joel Dash, who is a musician, shows up at the party. She runs off to greet him, and later on Vic watches them kissing outside through a window. He then starts talking with another friend, Mary, who communicates her worries to Vic over Melinda being seen with another man. However, Vic says it doesn't bother him. He then joins a drunken Melinda along with the other guests as she plays a tune on the piano. Joel approaches Vic to talk. At the point when they are in the kitchen, separated from everyone else, Vic nonchalantly makes reference to another companion that Melinda had, named Martin McRae, who disappeared about a month ago. Vic lets Joel know that he used a hammer to kill him, which makes Joel uneasy and takes as a threat towards himself. It makes Joel take off from the party, which makes Melinda very upset. The joke about Vic killing Martin spreads throughout the neighborhood. However, he says that he never intended to threaten Joel. What his neighbors and friends don't know is that Vic and Melinda have a personal arrangement between each other. They realize there is no love in their marriage, so to prevent divorce, Vic allows Melinda to sleep with whoever she wants, as long as she doesn't leave him and Trixie. Joel has plans to move at the end of the week for another job, so Melinda welcomes him over for supper so he and Vic can sort everything out. After a very awkward meal, Vic puts down Trixie to bed, and then Melinda proceeds to tell Vic that she doesn't like Joel. The Van Allens show up to another party where they meet a couple, Don and Kelly Wilson. Don is an author, and Vic lets him know he works for a magazine publication company. He asks Vic what he does for work, and Vic explains that he has retired early after developing guidance chips for combat drones. Don heard through some other person about the story of Vic allegedly killing Martin and brings it up. A little bit later, Vic dances with Don's wife, Kelly, while Melinda watches. She is angry and brings it up on the car ride home, and it proves enough for them to want to make passionate love. While at a soccer match for Trixie, Vic gets a call about a payment Melinda made to a piano instructor named Charlie Delisle. Vic follows Charlie and sits at the lounge where he plays. Seeing that he is an attractive young man, Vic believes that Melinda is seeing Charlie behind his back. Soon thereafter, it is reported that Martin's body has been found with a gunshot wound to the head, and a suspect has been arrested. Vic and Melinda attend a pool party at Jonas's home with their friends, where Charlie is also present. Melinda acquaints Charlie with Vic as her piano instructor, Charlie being ignorant about already seeing Vic at his lounge. Vic watches Melinda and Charlie close to each other in the pool. A little while later, it starts to rain, making everybody head inside. Vic comes in afterwards, and Melinda looks outside to see Charlie floating in the pool face down. The men haul him out and try to revive him, but Don unintentionally drops Charlie's body, knocking his head against the edge of the pool. Nonetheless, they confirm that he was already dead when they pulled him out of the pool. Police come to question the guests, with Melinda blaming Vic for drowning Charlie, but Vic denies it, and he isn't taken in for additional questioning. He later asks Melinda if she is scared of him, and she says she is not, as I'm the one you killed for. Don's wife, Kelly, tells Vic that her husband and Melinda have been accusing him of Charlie's murder. Melinda works with Don to enlist a private investigator, David Riciliani, to follow Vic. He quickly catches on to them and goes to Don's home to confront him during dinner in front of Kelly and their little girl. Vic notices Melinda getting back together with her college boyfriend, Tony Cameron. Vic overhears their conversation on the phone, suggesting they will move to Brazil, taking Trixie with them. Tony goes to the Van Allen house where Vic is cordial toward him. He later runs into Tony on the street and lets him know Melinda would like to show him something. He drives Tony out to the forest where he gets him alone and afterward tosses a rock at his head. Tony rolls down a cliff and is killed when he hits his head on a large rock. He then tries to hide Tony's body in the water. Vic later takes Melinda and Trixie out in the woods for a picnic. He becomes anxious when Trixie nearly finds Tony's body floating in the water. On the drive back, Melinda mentions that she can't find her scarf and must have left it there. Vic tells her that he will return tomorrow to find her scarf, but really intends to return to make sure Tony's remains are fully hidden from anyone to see. The following day, Vic returns to attempt to sink Tony's body further in the water, but Don shows up to the area. Don sees Vic standing in the water poking something with a large stick and asks him what he is doing there. Vic says he is there looking for Melinda's scarf, at which point Don shows Vic that he has the scarf and it was laying in the grass, and asks him again what he is doing there. Before Vic can get Don to leave, Don sees an arm floating in the water and believes it to be Tony's. Don flees and attempts to drive away to contact authorities, however Vic pursues him on his bicycle. Vic takes a shortcut through the woods, tumbles out of the bushes off his bicycle and falls off directly in the car's path. Don turns the steering wheel hard to avoid hitting him, but causes him to drive down a huge hill and crash his vehicle where he dies. At home, Melinda finds Tony's wallet in one of Vic's snail tanks. She packs a suitcase to leave, which Trixie throws in the pool, insisting they stay. Vic arrives home, where Melinda tells him that she saw Tony. However, she then burns Tony's wallet and ID cards. Thank you for watching our recap. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for future videos. Also, try some of our other videos displayed on screen.